Welcome to week 2 of the NFL season as the New York Jets are on the road for the first time this year taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Jets last week took on the Oakland Raiders and beat them in dominating fashion by a score of 24-3. The Packers last week took on the Seattle Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champions, and absolutely dominated that game too. So we'll have to see if the Jets can continue their winning streak and get to 2-0 as the game is underway, with Percy Harvin set to return the kick, and he will just take a knee and the Jets will take the field to start out the game for the first time today. Geno Smith takes the field for the first time. Not a great completion percentage last week, however, 2 touchdowns, nearly 200 yards. Really like what I saw out of him. Minus a couple of throws, played very well. Starting off the game, Chris Ivory bounces off one guy, but then goes down to the second wave of tacklers. So 3rd and long on the first possession of the game, fake to Chris Johnson, going to the outside, and we find Jeff Cumberland for the first down and 16 yards as Jace Amaro is still out with a broken collarbone. We'll have to see when he is able to return, but for now Jeff Cumberland will take his spot. Now Percy Harvin picks up 9 yards on first down. Shotgun for the Jets. Handoff to Ivory. He goes right up the middle. Another first down. A great start to the beginning of the game. Ivory once more tries to cut out to the left and picks up around 4 yards. We'll have to see if we can convert here. This would be a big thing. And Eric Decker not able to come in with the ball. A great play by the Packers on that, and Aaron Rodgers will take the field coming off a 345-yard performance. Eddie Lacy had, I think, 3 touchdowns in their first game, so we'll have to see what he can do, as on his first run of the day, picks up 11 yards and the first down. A great start for this Packers offense. Now Cobb and Boykin to the left, cross the middle to Jordy Nelson for a gain of 7 to set up 2nd and 3. Shotgun set once more for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, pressure's coming. He dumps it off to his tight end, who will just take the ball out of bounds. Nice play from Bostic for the first down. Now I formation for the Packers. Eddie Lacy right up the middle. 2 men to beat, and he is brought down by Dewan Landry. A touchdown saving tackle for the 31-year-old safety. Now counterplay to Eddie Lacy. Landry in pursuit, misses the tackle, and Wilson misses the tackle, but Eddie Lacy is brought down as he is averaging over 12 yards to begin the game. Aaron Rodgers dropping back from the shotgun, surveying the field. Lots of time, and that ball is dropped by Eddie Lacy. He sensed Antonio Allen coming in and was not able to hang on to the ball. Now quick throw outside to Eddie Lacy. He's able to hang on to that one and picks up a big first down as we were trying to force them to a field goal. Is if we're going to beat them, we might not be able to stop them, but we need to be able to hold them to field goals instead of touchdowns, as James Starks is in the game now, picks up a good gain on first down. So now 2nd and 6. Eddie Lacy back in. Rodgers surveying the field, stepping up the pocket, pressure coming, and he goes down. Quentin Coples gets his first sack of the day on a great rush from the outside. Cobb in motion, 3rd and long, quick throw to Randall Cobb. He gets it and gets inside of the 10-yard line. We'll have to see if they will go for it, as they will just settle for the field goal, get points on the board, and take the lead. A good stand. We allowed them to get into the red zone. We're going to have to play bend but don't break defense in this game if we want to have a chance. Also play good offense now. 2nd and 15, and we will lose more. Chris Ivory not off to a great start in this game, as 3rd and 15. Big down for the Jets as they're trying to convert, and another pass into tight coverage. AJ Hawk able to knock that down, and we will be forced to punt. Aaron Rodgers dropping back, looking around. He finds his man Jordy Nelson, who stumbles down, picks up the first down, but had a lot more room to run, but was not able to keep his footing. Now bunch to the left. Rodgers looking around. He's trying to find a man. Lots of time, no pressure getting to him, and he does eventually find Bostic for another first down. Great start for this Packers offense as they are already back into the red zone. Lacy up the middle, and Landry's able to bring him down as he had a clear lane to the end zone. Eddie Lacy playing very well early on in this game. Now 5 wide set. Rodgers across the middle finds his man, and that is Not a touchdown as he was stopped at the 1-yard line. A big stop. We need to be able to hold him here. Eddie Lacy, though, just dives into the end zone, and that makes it 10-0. Aaron Rodgers and Eddie Lacy both very proud of their start to this game. But Eric Decker moving in motion. Geno Smith, quick throw to Decker. A short game, but trying to just get some yards to start the drive as we don't have to make up the 10-point deficit in one play. Now draw play to Chris Ivory. Short gain, picks up about 4 as that will bring up 3rd and 3. This is a huge conversion, cannot allow them to get the ball back. Outside, and that ball is dropped. Jeff Cumberland, not known as a receiving tight end. That is definitely an instance where you miss Jason Morrow. But now back to the ground for Eddie Lacy, and he picks up half of what he needed for the first down. So now 2nd and 3, actually a little less than half, but play clock running down. Rodgers across the middle finds his man Boykin for a short gain as that sets up another 3rd down. Offset eye, Rodgers dropping back, and he is brought down again, this time by Muhammad Wilkerson, his first sack of the day. Really getting some nice pressure on Aaron Rodgers early. Now Chris Ivory trying to bounce it out to the left, breaks one tackle, and picks up around 5 yards. A nice start to this drive. Have got to do something, cannot give the Packers the ball back with 6 minutes left in this first half. As Chris Ivory does pick up 2 yards. We're probably going to have to throw here. We need to see Geno Smith do something good, as we will go back to the ground, and A.J. Hawk sniffs it out and takes Ivory down, as we will now go for it on 4th down, getting risky, going with the screen play, and Hawk once again showing off his instincts as he brings Ivory down in the backfield. He read that play perfectly. But now Packers back on offense. Eddie Lacy once more. He's playing very well. Now empty set for Aaron Rodgers. Looking across the middle, finds Devontae Adams, the rookie out of Fresno State, who is just short of the first down. On 3rd down, Rodgers looking, more pressure, and he is brought down, this time by Damon Harrison. Our defensive line is playing incredibly well. We need our offense to play better. As start off the drive, Chris Ivory picks up 2 yards. Packers line up in the 2-4-5. Geno Smith dropping back quick to the outside, and that ball is intercepted. A poor choice on his throw, as there is some room to run. However, Sam Shields will just run straight out of bounds. A good gain though, as the Packers are back in the red zone once more. Rodgers drops back, looking, finds his man Bostic across the middle, and he goes down on a hard hit from Harris. A big play right there. But now Eddie Lacy on the screen pass had 3 lead blockers to the left, and he picks up the touchdown, as that will give the Packers a 17-point lead. Now a 3-possession game. Geno Smith quick to the outside, finds Eric Decker, as that actually was Percy Harvin, and now he goes down, as that would be a big loss, as we do not have a deep receiving core. And Geno Smith gets sacked on the next play. We'll use our final timeout of the half, as now 2nd and very long in the pistol set. Geno Smith to the left, finds Eric Decker, who gets out of bounds, picks up around 10 yards, and gets up to 3rd and around medium. 5 wide set across the middle, and A.J. Hawk, he is just playing outstanding. Reads Geno Smith and picks off that ball. Another interception from Geno, showing you what Geno Smith can do when he is struggling. So we go into halftime down 17-0, minus our defensive line getting some pressure on Aaron Rodgers. I have not liked what I saw at all from this team. Offense has just been completely stagnant. 2 interceptions from Geno Smith. Chris Ivory not able to do anything, and we lost Percy Harvin. We'll have to see what his status is for the rest of the game. But now Eddie Lacy right up the middle, picks up a nice gain. Now 3rd down, and he finds Boykin to the outside. One man misses a tackle, and he steps out of bounds. Had a lot of room to run, but will just step out. Now up the middle once more. Eddie Lacy only picks up around 3 on that play. But now Aaron Rodgers back under center. Just keep feeding Eddie Lacy. A great block by Jordy Nelson, but Calvin Pryor does come up and gets the tackle. However, that is still a 1st down. John Kuhn in the game now, and the ball goes back to Lacy, as they are really feeding the beast. He is averaging just under 7 yards per carry, doing very well on the day. But now Randall Cobb was moving in motion to the outside. He finds Andrew Corliss for a big game, his first catch of the day. Now 1st and goal, back to Lacey, not quite able to get into the end zone, down at the 2-yard line. I expect to see them run once more. This time, that play is read perfectly by DeJuan Landry, but a great block from Kuhn, and that was a missed tackle. And Eddie Lacy gets his 3rd touchdown of the day. Now quick pass across the middle, this time to TJ Graham, as we have to speed this up if we're going to overcome a 24-point deficit. But now Geno Smith once more on a quick throw, this time a slant, another slant, and that one is to Eric Decker for a 1st down. Chris Johnson in the game, and we're going with a screen pass. Willie Colon gets a block there, not able to get the 1st down. You know when Chris Johnson comes into the game, we're getting him the ball. But now Chris Ivory right up the middle, great blocks right there, finds a hole, but his running room does close quickly. And we'll go back to the 5-wide set, across the middle once more to Eric Decker, really utilizing the middle of the field on this drive, showing you what Geno Smith can do if we go up-tempo. But now wide receiver screen. Oh, and Jeremy Curley had a lot of room to run, but Sam Shields gets the shoelace tackle. And that is now Shaq Evans on the outside on a flat route. Picks up a nice gain. He's one of the draft picks. I really like what I've seen out of him so far this year. He has some potential, but now Geno Smith goes deep, and that ball is intercepted. A huge mistake. Cameron Hayward is there for the interception. He overshot his receiver, and the Packers will take back over. We needed to score there if we wanted any chance, as the Packers should just run the clock now. As you can see, about the same carries for both running backs, but Eddie Lacy just outperforming Chris Ivory, as Eddie Lacy just showing you the beast he is. Breaks a weak tackle and goes for a nice gain in the 1st down. Once more to Lacy. He picks up nearly the 1st down, picks up around 9 yards, as that is nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers, pressure was coming, but he does get the ball off to Boykin. Boykin gets near the 50, just short of it in fact, and 18 seconds left now in the 3rd quarter. Aaron Rodgers looking, finds Jordy Nelson. He tries to make a juke move, does not get anywhere, but does get the first down. Not a lot of yards after the catch though. Now once more to Eddie Lacy. He has 16 carries, but in those carries he has been incredibly effective. Now looking at our schedule, a very difficult schedule upcoming. The Bears not a great team, but we do have the Lions, Chargers, and Broncos, 3 of the top teams in the NFL, as that should be a very difficult slate of games. We'll have to see how this team performs. But now James starks into the game as a spellback for Eddie Lacy. He stays in. Now in the I formation, what a juke move right there. Spins off one tackle, but is brought down as he has played well in his only 3 carries. Eddie Lacy back in the game, and he is brought down in the backfield. A very good play for a loss of 3. But now an H back in the game for the Packers, and Lacy is brought down once more as we're starting to tighten up near the end zone. Not breaking there as we only give up a field goal. But now across the middle, that pass was not even close. Geno Smith struggling with his accuracy. A quick throw, not able to hit it. Was not even a long throw, but now on the drag route, that is a completion to TJ Graham. A nice gain, but now 3rd and medium. A quick throw to Cumberland, and that pass is incomplete. Geno Smith inaccurate once more, showing you why some people don't want him to be the quarterback anymore. Plus the interceptions definitely showcased a real strong case against him being the future of this franchise and dynasty of the New York Jets, as they definitely need a quarterback if Geno Smith cannot fill that hole. But now James Starks not able to pick up a lot of yards, only about 4, or only 2 3rd and 4. But now Aaron Rodgers dropping back, trying to find a man, and he will just take off and run, and that is a great play. He saw that there was a lot of room to run and picks up the 1st down and 12 yards, as he is probably the NFL MVP. It's definitely down to him and J.J. Watt. I would probably give it to J.J. Watt, and that is in real life. But now shotgun offset once more to James Starks, as they are just running the clock now. Only 3 minutes left in the game, and that should pretty much do it, As you can see, we were the number 2 total defense coming into the day, and the Packers have just torn this defense apart. But now, a little curious decision there to throw the ball, as you could have just run the ball and probably run the clock out pretty soon. But pressure once more. Aaron Rodgers stays on his feet, but is hit very hard, as 2 men had a chance for the sack, not able to get in there though. As Eddie Lacy once more on the ground, juke move, fighting for yardage, and he somehow fights all the way to the end zone, as that is now 34-0, and the Packers will end up getting the ball back, and this should be the final play of the game, as Eddie Lacy will just not go down. He just showed out, complete opposite of what happened last week. We dominated the Raiders, and the Packers continued their domination, as now Steven Diggs does go to 1-1 in his career. A tough loss. However, this is a lesson that this team needs to learn. You cannot take, or the Packers are one of the best teams, and they have to learn how to play well. Aaron Rodgers only 166 yards through the air, not a whole ton, but Eddie Lacy 128 yards, 3 touchdowns, a great game from him, and a receiving touchdown. He is just playing very well. AJ Hawk played well. Like what I saw out of him. Quentin Copel's got a sack in this game, and Geno Smith did throw 3 interceptions. He struggled. If he continues this, it may be a little too quick to do it, but we may have to bench him. And this is pretty big news. Damon Harrison does sign his extension, as that is a $7 million contract for one of the best nose tackles in the NFL. He's still young. Going along with that front 3, I really like what we could get out of them, as the Bears are 2-0, and Percy Harvin also has a broken collarbone. Similar injury to Jason Morrow, and he will be out for 7 weeks. A big loss. But the Bears have a similar injury, or a similar loss for their team, is Jay Cutler will miss our game against the Bears, as the Bears squeak out a win against the 49ers by 4 points. Got outgained on offense, but still were able to win the game, as the Patriots win their 2nd game of the year, as they have a lead on us and the Bills in the division, while the Dolphins still don't have a win on the year, as we do take on the Bears next week. Try and even this up, and I hope you did enjoy, because I'm out.